Good morning, Wall Street winners. It is Wednesday, November the 20th, and all eyes today are on NVDA after market close to see what their earnings come in at. But we do have some other interesting earnings. We saw Target shares stumble after the retailer cut its profit outlook. So those are down. And then there's talks of Putin and Trump talking about a potential truce over in the Ukraine. And Lowe's reported this morning. But if we take a look, and Lowe's is down significantly. So, in comparison to Home Depot, one of its biggest competitors, Lowe's, did extremely poorly in the quarter. We take a look at our futures indices, and what we can see is that all three indexes are in the green. The Dow had a pretty off day yesterday, so it's not back to where it kind of dropped down to yesterday, but it is coming back, which means that I think we'll see the drop yesterday in financials turn around, and those might catch an upward trend today. I think the NASDAQ's going to end up fairly positive today, and then after hours, it will jump significantly, particularly if NVIDIA earnings come in strong. We also have Palo Alto reporting today, so it's not just the big announcement with NVIDIA. We do have others, but let's take a look at our Yahoo Finance app today and see what we're thinking about. So first of all, crude is up 70 cents. So this was something that was down in the 67s just a few days ago. We called that it would be back in the 70s. It's now back in the 70s. So another correct prediction there. You can see the VIX, though, is dropping as well, but still up above 16. So we want that in the 14 to 15 range ideally. But the good news there is it probably signals that tensions in the Ukraine and Russia and I guess fear of a global or nuclear attack have diminished. And then we have reports that Trump and Putin are talking, and that helps as well to calm some nerves amongst traders. If we scroll down into health and retail, so a couple of companies we don't follow that announced today. One is Lowe's. So Lowe's, you can see here, is off at the open. It was down yesterday. It's down today, and it's really getting beaten up here from a price perspective based on the earnings that they announced. So they are concerned that Walmart is they're concerned, as well as Walmart, that tariffs could cannibalize their profits. But they're struggling in this sector. I'm not a huge lover of Lowe's personally. I find that shopping at Home Depot is just a lot easier an experience, especially online. There's a lot of little glitches in the Lowe's online system that I'm not a huge fan of. Simple to fix, but simply like your home store. You pick your home store, and it always defaults to another home store when you go back to that website or in the app itself. And that's something that should be very easy to fix, but it has been like that for multiple years. And that tells me you just don't have a really strong tech team and a UI team that's paying attention to these things, because those are the little details that really make a difference in the e-commerce world. Lulu was off yesterday. It's off again this morning. So this could present a buying opportunity with Lulu going into earnings. Earnings are coming out first week of December, and we might see an uptick here. Might be worth just a visit to the average mall where there's a Lululemon store to see how busy the store is and how many people are leaving with merchandise. That can be a good indicator of sales volumes. I mean, obviously you miss out on the online side. But even just talking to someone in the store and saying, how are sales? Are things busy? Are you seeing an increase in sales? They've got daily sales projections in these stores. And if you get an employee to tell you whether they're hitting or exceeding those, and you can extrapolate upon that across multiple stores, it might give you an indication into what's going on there. So I think Lulu is a possible one to have a look at going forward. Again, not something I would get into today. Walmart had a great day yesterday. It was up on positive earnings. So that was one of the retailers that came out with positive earnings. You've got Alignment Couche-Tard, the Alimentation Couche-Tard, that's the Quebec-based company that was trying to buy the 7-Eleven chain. It's back down into the high 70s. If this continues to drop down into the 74 range, I think that's worth a look at. It was down as low as 72 in the last month, 72, 73, and we were recommending it at the time, and it did pop significantly up to 83, 82 and change, and now it's come off that high. So Keep an eye on that one if you're looking for something in retail that's doing well. Humana had a good day like yesterday. They're up in the pre-market again today. No real news around that as to why. One other retailer, let's just take a look at quickly, is Target. Target is off this morning as well. I'm not sure why it won't let me go there. But yeah, Target is off this morning. And okay, I'm just getting an error on that one. But Target's off this morning with earnings coming out from Target. We've got our transport. I think CNR off 292 yesterday is a super buy going into the day today. I think in the 140s, this is a very attractive long-term buy and hold. I think you've got a lot of opportunity for capital appreciation. And you've got a pretty decent dividend on this one at 2.2%. So I'm really liking CNR right now if you want to add some transport to your portfolio. Taking a look down at oil, I think you're going to see green on the screen here across the board today. We had a mixed day yesterday in terms of where companies landed, green or red. But with crude up 71 cents right now, I don't know if it's going to go up higher than 71 cents, but it's above $70 a barrel. And that's going to bode well for the crude stocks today. Then we get down into the tech stocks, and NVDL, the Granite Shares ETF, it was up $7 yesterday. That's just under 10% for that ETF. That was an incredible day. I think we're going to see this maybe get to 90 or 95 after hours today when NVIDIA announces. Micron is still under 100. I think Micron's a steal. I think it's going to get lifted with NVIDIA today and the news coming out of there. The likes of Salesforce. Salesforce has 13 days to its earnings, so a couple weeks out, but it's been doing well. It's climbing steadily. I loved when it dropped into the low 320s yesterday. I think there's a lot of opportunity for this stock to get up into the 340s or 350s with earnings. We've got Net. So Net hit 97 a few days ago, last week, I think back last Wednesday, and it then dropped down to 88. So this is where we had another video about taking your profits, knowing when to get out. It's now slowly climbed back up and it's in the 96 range. So that is certainly not one I would be buying right now, but certainly has or was an opportunity to buy last Wednesday on the fall off and sell when it hit the 96, 97 range. Scrolling down further, we have Microsoft in the 14s. I like this in the 14s. I think it'll get to 430 by the end of next week. Remember, we're going into the US Thanksgiving holiday next week, and usually things start to cool down on Wednesday, but Monday and Tuesday should be a really good ramp up, particularly if we get good earnings out of NVIDIA today. I think we're going to see a bull run heading into the US holiday. ARM was down in the 129s, 128s, and that was a bargain back then yesterday. It was up $4. If it pulls off at all today, I think that's a great buying opportunity if you want to ride the coattails of NVIDIA's results, because it should pull ARM up with it on the release of those good results. Then we get down a little further. I mean, everything here, for the most part, looks green on the screen. Meta is a super attractive buy. I bought some Meta in the low 550s this week, and I think this is, again, going to go back up into the 600s. So that could be a nice little 10% gain there. Already up. Was down for a day or so, but back up now, and it looks like it's going to be up again today. So that's a good one to take a look at. NVIDIA obviously had a fabulous day yesterday, and looking like it's on track to beat its highs in the 148, 149 range. I could see this being a 165 stock by trading first thing tomorrow morning with positive news coming after hours. Google and TSM had a nice little comeback as well. Both of them in the green right now, but I expect that they'll turn as soon as the market opens or just shortly after. And we should see these stocks climb back into, in Google's case, the mid 180s. And in TSM's case, I can see this maybe not today, but in the next couple of days, definitely getting up into the 200s again. So I've got positions in both of those waiting for that to happen. Then we get down into finance and look at the rock star day SoFi had yesterday. SoFi blew it out of the water, 49 cents. So it doesn't seem like a lot of money, but in percentage terms, that's a big jump into the 14.42 range. set to move another 25 cents pre-market. This is one we've been recommending for 6 months. And if you've missed the SoFi train, something worth taking a look at because it's going to continue to go up into 2025. A little bit of pullback in the others yesterday. Goldman down in the 581s. I think this is pretty attractive. Again, this is probably a $600 stock by the end of January, maybe 610, 620, especially if we have some good earnings, which we do expect to see. But that's a pretty fair and decent price for that. I think some of the others like Morgan Stanley and JPM are a little overpriced right now, so I'm staying away from those. But I do like Goldman. And that's where we are today on the 20th. So good luck with your trades. If you're liking these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button and keep an eye out for my video on my Tesla purchasing experience. It was an abysmal experience and really disappointed me overall with the Tesla brand and what Tesla